Hi, this is Fernando Rebozo with Maxus Realtor Group, reallynicehomes.com, and today we're going to be talking about tips to sell a home. More importantly, we're going to be talking about target marketing, selling directly to an avatar. And let me direct you, and let me give you the definition what is an avatar. An avatar is a manifestation, an incarnate embodiment of a person in which you can actually enter their body and start feeling their emotions. You start seeing what they're seeing, and that's what you need to do in order for you to find a buyer for a home, because you want to try to find as much as you can about the person who will be buying the house you're selling. That is an avatar, for you to be able to feel what they feel, to see what they see, and the reasons why they should choose your house, the reasons why they should move to the neighborhood, the reasons why they are moving away from where they are so they can come to your house. This is a very important factor in order for you to have success in selling the house. And the closer you get to finding this person, the easier it will be to sell your property. For that, nowadays we use Facebook. So let me show you a little bit how we use Facebook target marketing, and we sell directly to an avatar of the house we're trying to sell. So we're using Facebook sponsor ads, and this is the advertising that we do. For that, you must have a page in Facebook. In this case, we have a page for the website for my company, reallynicehomes.com. But when you establish a sponsor ad, you can narrow down your audience to find a buyer. And this is the avatar I'm talking to you about. By using demographic factors such as age, sex, location, even college degree, and even the places where they work, ethnicity. There is so many other areas that Facebook will provide you for you to try to narrow down the right person that you're trying to advertise to. So once we create a Facebook account, obviously the first thing you want to do is you want to direct people to a URL, to a place where you will have a full brochure of the house you're selling. This is what your objective is when you're doing this. You're finding an avatar to come to this URL where once they click, they will get all the information that you're going to control and give it to them in such a way that will be compelling for them to give you a call or to actually come directly to the house and potentially buy the house from you. In this case, I'm using just the name of our website or the URL, which is reallynicehomes.com. In your case, you will be using the URL of the e-brochure that you're going to prepare, and we're going to talk about the e-brochure more down at the end of this video, so I can show you the things that you must show on the brochure in order for it to be compelling for the buyer. I have to say the bulk of my interaction in Facebook pages have come off the back of promoted posts to direct only the right people to my listings. And this is how I do it. First of all, you want to find the custom audience that you want to send the advertisement to. In this case, let's say I do have a Clarksburg, Maryland listing that I want to sell. So for that reason, I have already made some studies and did a lot of research, and I find out that there is a vast majority of people that are moving to Clarksburg are coming from the Potomac area, Bethesda, Rockville area, and they live in established neighborhoods, and these people are looking for something less traffic, they want a little bit more peace, and people that are basically reducing the size of their homes. They're trying to step down and not being in the hustle and bustle of being close to Washington, D.C. And they may want to come to Clarksburg because they like the area, they like the community, they like the new houses and the way that the neighborhoods are established here. And for that reason, I know that there's a possibility that the person may be from the ages of 28 to 65 years old, as Facebook allows you to choose exactly how old your avatar should be. In this case, I'm using the gender, which will be all, but you can also change to just men or to just women. And because I know that a huge percentage of people buying brand new homes in Clarksburg are from Chinese descendants, so in this case, I'm going to direct all my advertising to people that live in Potomac, 10 miles radius, that are Chinese descendant. They are between the ages 28 to 65 years old, and I find, and Facebook actually tells me there's 4,200 people for that. So these 4,200 people fall into this category that I am trying to advertise to, and obviously a 4,200 number is a good number to be in. You don't want to be in the thousands. You don't want to be in the 15, 20, 30,000 people, because that is too broad to be able to find an avatar for the house you're trying to sell. You want to reduce that as little as possible. Obviously, under 5,000 people will be just the perfect number that you want to reach. So for this reason, I'm using this criteria, and I have 4,200 people that now I want to advertise to. So there is a huge difference between spending money on public ads for everyone, whether it's going to be newspapers, ads, and this is what we used to do many years ago. But now, instead of speaking to someone instead we're doing this is speaking to someone who might be the most likely to buy directly using your targeted ads. And that's a better return on investment on the money that you're spending to advertise for a home, because now I am really targeting to the right people, and I don't want somebody who I know they cannot qualify to buy the house, or they don't have no interest on moving to Clarksburg. I don't need to spend money to direct advertising to them. I prefer to go directly using the targeted areas that I'm showing you now. In this case, in Facebook, they also have interest, so you can actually even go furthermore into the criteria to find people by interest, by behavior, or the connections that they may have. You have to go and search on these boxes and try to browse and see what kind of suggestions Facebook has, because the more you use them, the more narrow your target custom audience will be, and the more likely that you're going to find that avatar, you're going to find the right buyer for the house. And how much you should spend. This is largely dependent on the number of people you want to reach. My goal is always, when promoting my listings, is to reach as many buyers as possible. But at the same time, there is limits we have to do, because in this case, if I'm just targeting people from Chinese descendants, then I still have to try to find other people, that they want to buy the house. So this is just a section, a branch of my advertising to making sure that I bring a buyer for the listing that I may have in Clarksburg. For this case, I usually spend about $5 per day, and advertise 6 days per week, take a 1 day off. So that will be around $30 a week, which, under $100, 3 weeks, I'm pretty sure I'm going to reach all those 4,200 people, where they, at one time or another, they're going to see the house that I have for sale, and hopefully they're going to click on it and read the e-brochure that I will have prepared for them. So the way they click to your ad, to the e-brochure that I'm going to be speaking of in a little while, is to put a picture on their Facebook wall, just like when you go into Facebook and you start seeing different pictures that people are putting, and that's where you're gonna see the image of the house that you're trying to sell, or something compelling. You gotta choose an image that's directly relevant to your house's best side, not necessarily the outside. It could be the inside, maybe the kitchen. It could be something that is beautiful inside that you want to portray as the main feature to bring buyers to your home. You need to use an image that is bright and eye-catching, even when viewed at a small size, because in some cases your ad's going to be smaller than the main big picture on a Facebook wall of the people that you're trying to reach. You need to avoid images that have many small details or text, and opt for something simple and attractive instead. In this case, I'm showing you this because I want you to see that this text on this side really is not really compelling for right now, because I am not trying to make people read that this house has four full baths, and it has 2 half baths. Those are little details that later on they will find out about it. What's more compelling for me is to have an eye-catching house that is beautiful enough for, say, this is Clarksburg. I'm thinking about moving to Clarksburg. Let me hit on this and let me see what is it about, and then that is really what we're trying to do. So now they click on your ad, and the avatar, is going directly to your e-brochure. And an e-brochure is an inexpensive and highly effective way to grab attention in a very busy marketplace of many homes out there, that they all have the same expectations. When you go and search for homes and Google, you're gonna get the same image, the same pictures, the same descriptions, and all the websites that they have on the first page on Google. Sometimes it'll be Trulia, Realtor, Zillow.com. All of them have the same thing because they all are grabbing the listing from the same place. So there is nothing compelling there. In this case, you are controlling what you're trying to give to the public. You're controlling by giving them the best possible information so you can sell this house to them in such a way that they will absolutely love the house and they cannot wait to go and see it. So obviously you want to write a snappy headline or title, but more importantly, the pictures. Use colorful or striking graphics that sell. The lifestyle, not the house. And please understand this. When you're selling a house, a lot of people confuse, even a lot of realtors do not know that when you're selling a house, you're not really selling the house itself. You're selling the lifestyle because it accommodates the buyer. That is the lifestyle they're seeking for. And the house is just what they're choosing, because it could be that house, it could be another house. It may be even the same thing for them. But the one thing that's different, and it's very important for you to understand, is that when you're selling a house, you're selling actually the lifestyle that the new buyers will experience once they move to this house. And let me talk to you about a little bit about this presentation. I use PowerPoint, and a presentation, the e-brochure is usually between 7 to 12 pages long. So we're going to have to put pictures. We're going to have to find a lot of things on this presentation that is slowly going to bring the buyer in, so to compel them to call and come and see the house. One large image will have more impact than many smaller images. A stunning photo or illustration grabs attention, creates a mood, and supports the story of a great lifestyle awaiting for them. Simply glorious, prepare to be all. Put the best pictures on this e-brochure, making sure that these things just spell success, beautiful, and just it's the personality of the person when they see and saying, that's the kitchen for me. This is the lifestyle. I can see myself cooking breakfast there. I can see myself cooking dinner for my kids there. So this is what you're trying to capture with all the pictures, and making sure that you use the right pictures and not just any picture that you're taking. And you need to focus on the benefits of the neighborhood and the services around it. Your prospects will ask the question, what's in it for me? Give it to them. No one else is doing this, I sell houses, by showing Harris Theater. I sell houses by showing libraries. I sell houses because they have all these attractions nearby. Those are the things that are really pointing to the lifestyle they're going to experience once they move to that house. And I can assure you, no one else is doing this. You need to do this. It works. You need to focus on the benefits and the main features of the house. How is it designed to please them? And of course, all the amenities that support the lifestyle change that they should expect. You want the people to fall in love with the house before they come to see the house. The main features have to be spelled out. How many bedrooms, how many baths, whether it's an upgraded kitchen and the cabinets. Talk about what is important in the house. What is the most beautiful things that you have to offer in this house? Granny counters, wood floors, all those things that it was designed to please, and the amenities that are waiting for them. You know, how close it is to attraction areas, how close it is to transportation, how close it is to the library, how close it is to restaurants. All those things have to fit together and give them a mental image of a lifestyle if they decided to buy that house. And finally, you need to show them the path to buy the house. You need to grab them by the hand, basically. Don't leave anything out. You need to spell it out. You direct your buyer, the avatar, to buy the house from point A to point C. This is what they need to do. They need to call you. They need to come to the house. They need to preview it. They need to see it. They invite them to see some videos, invite them to get more pictures. All those things that is very systematic in order for you to sell a house, because it's information what they're seeking, and they want a clear picture of what they need to do in order for them to buy that house. And if you're the one that is providing the help to sell a house, the financing aspect comes very important. Is how much is the monthly payment on this house based on the price you're asking, and try to direct their attention to the monthly payment instead of to the final price, or what is the actual price of the house. Because in actuality, what really matters when someone is buying a house is not how much money they're paying for a house, it's how much money they have to pay every month to live in the house. My name is Fernando Herboso. I am the broker for Maxus Realty Group, and I am a listing specialist. My website, reallynicehomes.com. If you want to talk to me, please give me a call at 301-246-0001. Thank you for your time. Have a great day.